What's going on, YouTube? This is Mary's Creek Cattle Company. But before we get started, let me just say on that Massey Ferguson video, we are going to make a video of that scraper plate. For those who are interested, there's been a lot of interest in that. So, Lord willing, soon we'll be making a video on that.
Yeah, hey, so this is Danny. Once again, thanks for watching. Right now, we're going to have a video on the broiler chickens we have and processing of them.
So this right here, these are some Cornish cross chickens, and all over YouTube there's plenty of how-to videos on how to do this stuff and how to raise them yourself. And if you're into raising your own food, and that's something we definitely got into with this whole COVID deal, to be a little bit more self-sustainable, and yeah, we really enjoy it. But this is kind of our first real year, I guess it's our second time raising these chickens. We normally just raise, a cow-calf operation. We started when we were pretty young with my dad and my older brother. Then we got into baling hay, and then we kind of broke off from them two and kind of just us two started doing our own thing. I'm Larry. I'm the youngest out of 5 brothers, and Danny is the middle child of 5 boys. And so that's mainly what we do, is bale hay. We don't custom bale, we just bale our own land. And we just recently got into raising grass-fed beef. So another thing, Lord willing, at the end of this year, the beginning of 2022, we're going to start processing our own beef, custom processing for people that want to raise their own beef as well, and hopefully get into chickens. But like I said, our primary agriculture business is hay, and we actually both have jobs that we actually make a living off of. I work in a refinery here in Houston,
and I'm about to retire out of the military. I did 22 years in the Army, and I'm actually up for retirement. I'm still trying to figure out what I want to do when I grow up. So we'll see what happens. We'll see what door opens for me. And also, disclaimer: these videos, I kind of been promising you that they're going to get better, and I think the reality of it is they probably won't. This is probably as good as it's going to get, and it's just because I'm limited with my technical abilities. This is not my forte. I think I need to find some kid at Geek Squad and Best Buy or something to come start making these videos for us. But I don't know. Hey, we try, and it's just like everything else you do with the hay, the cattle, this chicken. We're just out here just having fun, taking what the good Lord gives us, and now we're putting it on YouTube, so for y'all's enjoyment.
Yeah, we definitely got plenty of requests from a lot of people that, man, y'all do, I guess, kind of live, I wouldn't say exciting lives, but we don't live the way average people do. And they're like, man, y'all should make a YouTube video on it. And so, yeah, that's really the only reason why we started making these videos. And we made that first one about the Massey Ferguson, and so it got some interest. So we're like, well, let's make some more. And so, we got different stations here as far as this chicken operation. There's a person that y'all don't see who is, I guess, giving the chicken their last rites, or
the executioner.
Right, there's an executioner. There's actually 2 of them. They're 2 young guys. I guess they're high school, junior high, that I was able to hire, and they're kind of doing that. They're helping us out. And then Danny is doing, he's the expert plucker, and I'm the guy that's gutting and everything and doing the final product. But like I said, there's a lot of YouTube videos on actually how to do it. This really isn't an how-to video. This is just kind of like a day in the life. So we did like 42 birds. And another thing is we're here in Texas on the Gulf Coast, and we got a lot of rain. So I think that had a big effect on how big how small these birds got. I've raised them before. They said this is our second batch, and they got bigger in 8 weeks. I did these like in 7 weeks. But I think the rain had a lot to do with it. This has been a really wet year. We haven't even been able to bale because of the rain,
and we're still getting rain. I mean, we just looking at the weather today. We're still getting rain. We're still not going to be able to get out there into the field. So we're just trying to knock out the things we can under like sheds and in barns and storage sheds and whatnot. We're just trying to stay out of the field and stay out of the rain. So we felt like this is one of the things that we could do. Prior to the summer break, everybody went on vacation. Like I said, we both have full-time jobs. We've got families that want to go here and do that. So we got to take what the weather gives us, and this is what we decided to knock out and put a video about it. And we're going to go into detail more later on here, just a second in the video. We're going to go into, like Larry said, the different stations and whatnot, and we'll go over what Larry's actually doing at his station with the butcher. Just a little background on my little brother. He was actually a butcher at Kohler for several years. That's how he paid his way through college, and now he's making millions.
Yeah, I did that, and it was a really good experience. I worked with a lot of, I was like in my 20s, just fresh out of high school, not even in my 20s. I was like 18, and I worked with a bunch of older guys that kind of took me under their wing and showed me the trade really quick. And while we're talking about the chickens, and like I mentioned, we're on the Gulf Coast area in the South. If you're doing this in the Texas area and you're in the South and it's hot, let me advise you not to do this in the summertime. It's just way too hot for these chickens. I would recommend doing it in the wintertime or late fall, early spring. It only takes 8 weeks to raise these Cornish cross. I've thought about doing the big red broilers, I think is what they're called. Those take like 12 weeks, but definitely, you deal with the flies. It's hot. It gets 100 degrees, feels like 150 with the humidity here in Texas. So especially in the Gulf Coast. So flies is definitely something you have to worry about, which is one of the reasons why we got the fan to keep them down. And it actually did a really good job keeping the flies away from us and stuff like that. So
yeah, let us be your lesson learned. Let us make the mistakes for you. We don't want to tell you how to do anything, but we can tell you what doesn't work.
We can tell you how to not do it. We can't tell you how to do it right, but we can tell you how not to do it.
Exactly. So that's exactly right. So we're looking at is, you'll see me on the right hand side, and the executioners are going to hand me a dispatched chicken. And what we're going to do first is we take it and we put it in not necessarily boiling water, but it's water that's temperature probably about 150. And we take that and we put them in there for a couple of seconds. I say 15 seconds maybe, kind of moving around. And the deal is, what we're looking for is whenever we pull them up and we pluck some of the feathers, we just want them to come out pretty easy. So once that happens, you'll see me in there moving it around in the hot water. Once that happens, we take that chicken out and we'll put them in the plucker. You'll see it on the right hand side of the screen. Hey, that thing is awesome.
Yeah,
it is.
It's worth its weight in gold.
It really is.
And if you really think about it, it's I guess it's expensive, but if you plan on doing a lot of chickens, like we actually, Lord willing, we're probably going to start going to farmers market here shortly and start selling our chickens to the public. I have a lot of people that are interested within the local church that I go to. People at work, they're really interested in buying these birds. But yeah, that thing is really changed. Even the way we grew up and seeing our parents pluck these chickens. When I first thought about it, I was like, okay, the plucking feathers there has to be a better way. Yeah. And of course there is a better way, and it just
there is a better way back in then. Is have children. That's the best way to do it. That was like the feathers. Right. But I mean, you should have seen my mother's face whenever we bought this thing and brought it in. I tell you what, it was like electricity.
Right.
Just, she got power.
Like cavemen saw fire. It was like that.
So we'll put in the plucker. This particular plucker can hold 2 birds at one time. Because of the rate of chickens that we're going through, we didn't really find it necessary to wait to put 2 in there. So we were just running it one at a time. And as you can see, it could have probably done a little bit better. We had lessons learned that we have learned, and that we're going to implement next time. But all in all, it really worked out pretty well for us. So once we get running through the plucker, and we get all the feathers off, what we do then is we hand it off to Larry. And Larry, there's a part of this clip that we'll go to where he's kind of telling us what's going on. So we won't go into detail right now, but we'll let the video speak that part. So what is it you're doing here, Larry?
So right here, what I'm doing is I'm taking out the neck, skin around the neck, and just getting the esophagus out. Whenever you cook this chicken, or whenever I package it, I'm just going to take the necks out. There's a little esophagus right there. What the correct term is, I don't know. I'm just calling it the esophagus, but just want to get that out. stuff for your skin and your bones.
We found the heart!
For those people that
We
suffer from
found the heart!
arthritis.
It's right there! Hey, Daddy!
Hold on, buddy. Hold on. Get back. That's deep.
Here's the heart.
Then you just give it a good rinsing. Come over here. And this right here is vinegar with water, and this just kind of cleans all the meat off. This right here is to pre-chill them. And then once they're pre-chilled, put them in here. That has ice in it.
All right, so what we're about to do is we're about to time Larry. We're about to see, we're about to bring back his Kroger skills and see how fast he can actually, was it butchering?
Yeah, I guess it would be just to process the chicken, but you gotta understand, I did this in high school. I left that after about 4.5 years, and then I, worked at a refinery. So all this is kind of just slowly but surely coming back to me.
Go. That's good right there. What's the time? 40 seconds. It's pretty quick. We got them in the ice chest.
Yeah.
They're
Like 24 hours they're on ice, and that's just really just to chill the birds out. You don't really want to put them in your freezer because you'll thaw everything out in your freezer. Yeah, that's it. You just gotta chill them out for 24 hours, and then you can start packing them up. And it's raining cats and dogs.
Yeah,
again,
you can see.
And another thing about living in the area that we're in is that for some reason June
Yeah.
is the wettest month of the year, and I never
sure.
really thought about it growing up, but now that I actually try to bale hay in the summertime, we're like, man, it never really dawned on us that it rains so much in June.
Yeah.
But this year has been kind of different because it's rained all of May and June.
Yeah.
And it's looked like July is going to be pretty wet too.
Yeah.
So
For sure. So it's raining, and that's another look. I'm gonna take every ability to tell you why we couldn't make this video great. It's the rain. The rain made the audio messed up. So here we are. We're doing a voiceover.
That's right.
You really couldn't hear anything. So we're going back over and we're just talking over this. But yeah, we just getting a lot of rain. So we're packaging these up, and what we're gonna look at is just put in the freezer or the refrigerator, and that's about it, really. We're hoping to get a bigger scale, get this operation going. Like I said, this is kind of probably our second time doing this, and once we get better at this, we're definitely going to be looking for customers. Anyway, y'all take care. God bless. We'll put out another video in 2 months. Maybe it'll be better. Maybe it won't. I don't know.
Happy 4th of July.
Happy 4th of July.
We might make some hands on y'all before it's all said. Might have to call them all. What's the last name?
Rios.
Let's call them 4-finger Rios. You know why, right?
He's gonna have this scarred in.
You know why, right?
Why?
Because they'll never make a hand.